Well, it's been over 20 years since the film Spy Kids came out and put out two sequels, as well as a fourth film, which wasn't that well received. And now Netflix has rebooted the series with Spy Kids Armageddon, which just came to the streaming service the other day. But is this new Spy Kids film of a reboot worth getting a chance to get some kicking fun for the youngins? Or is this another Spy Kids mission that is a dismal bust? Find out in this spoiler free review right now. Bad Days, Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. So, greetings, my fellow YouTubers, and welcome to Big D's Entertainment Rankings and Reviews. My name is Doyle, better known to you as the Big D, and this time around I bring to you a spoiler-free review of the just now released family spy action comedy flick Spy Kids Armageddon from Netflix, along with Troublemaker Studios, Spyglass Media Group, and Skydance. Once again, like the other films, the film's co-produced and directed by Robert Rodriguez, who co-wrote it with his son, Racer Max. This is the fifth overall installment, but it feels more like a kind of a reboot in ways. And brings Spy Kids back after it's been 12 years since we last saw this title. The film stars Gina Rodriguez, Zachary Levi, let's see, DJ Cotrona, Billy Magnussen, plus Connor Esterson and Everly Carganilla as the titular characters. Now, at least since I can give you not much of the story, I can give you the premise. When the children of the world's greatest secret agents, Nora Torres and Terrence Tango unwittingly help a powerful game developer unleash a computer virus that gives him control of all technology. They must become spies themselves to save their parents and the world. Those two kids are Antonio Tony Torres Tango and Patricia Patty Torres Tango. Now then, from what I've seen of the film after watching, I thought it was good and what have you. At least this was a much better film than the last film. All the time in the world was fine and all, but I feel like Armageddon redeems the Spy Kids flavor in ways. I mean, kind of the flavor. By that I mean the flavor that what we got from the first Street films and what have you. Kind of makes me feel like I'm seeing like the first Street films all over again, but only just a little mixed up and what have you. But at least the effects aren't quite well. The graphics, 3D graphics, and what have you. Well, they kind of look 3D-ish, but not completely as bad as they were in Spy Kids 3 Game Over. So it's okay and what have you. And they have Robert Rodriguez back on board as one of the people who worked on the score along with Rebel Rodriguez and John Debney. So that was good and what have you. Now our cast though, we have Gina Rodriguez. You may remember her best as TV's Jane the Virgin, playing Nora Torres, and I must admit she did pretty good and what have you. Zachary Levi, you've known him from numerous things, of course, like TV's Chuck, as well as the Shazam films. He plays the character Terrence Tango. DJ Cotrona plays the character Devlin. And Billy Magnussen, who we've seen in several, who's been seen in several films like Into the Woods, Bridge of Spies, Game Night, as well as the Aladdin remake in 2019. And more recently, he's appeared in The Many Saints in Newark and No Time to Die. He plays the villain, Ray Kingston, aka the King. Yeah. Now, so from what I've seen, the grown-ups weren't too bad. Now it's the kids I actually kind of liked in YV. Not as much as I liked Alexa Vega and Daryl Sabara. At least these two I think were a little bit of a step up from the Spy Kids from the last film. Now Connor Esterson played Tony. I will say he was pretty good, despite well, you see for yourself. I'm not really going to give the details on what he does and why he to become successful at gaming and what have you. Then that would ruin everything. And Everly Carganilla played his sister Pay, and well, she's pretty good and what have you. And I did like her performance. But anyway, that's about all I can tell you on this. But I will tell you some. But wait, there is some other good stuff. I do like the action, what have you, and I like some of the big characters you get to see, kind of like what we saw in the other films and what have you. Yeah, well, especially this one character called the Heck Knight. Boy, that's kind of an amusing name and what have you. Yeah. Now, so far, currently the film sits at 47% on Rotten Tomatoes. So the reviews are mixed and what have you, but at least I'm gonna say, from my point of view, at least that's much better than the 23% the last film had. So anyway, I think Spy Kids Armageddon, I think it's an improvement over All the Time in the World. I think your kids will really like this film. I think even your parents will like it as well. I mean, like I said, this feels like the first maybe the first two or first three films all over again in ways. More the first two than the third one. But anyway, I'd say Spy Kids Armageddon. It's pretty good. So for my score, I'm gonna give Spy Kids Armageddon 3.5 stars. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'm gonna give it a 7. So that's going to do it for this spoiler free review. That's all the details I have to give to you. So, what did you think of Spy Kids Armageddon? Let me know in the comments section below. If you liked the video, click the like button, subscribe, and be a part of the Big D Nation. Join me next time when I bring to you another anniversary review, and that'll be on My Hero Academia 2 Heroes. So I hope you enjoyed this, and if you did, consider checking out my reviews of the first two Spy Kids films. In the upper left-hand corner is my review of the first Spy Kids from 2001. The upper right-hand corner is my review of Spy Kids 2, The Island of Lost Dreams from 2002. Or if you like something else with Zachary Levi, go to the bottom left-hand corner and see my review of his recent film from earlier this year, Shazam! Fury of the Gods. In the bottom right hand corner is the button you can click to subscribe. If you like rankings and reviews on movies, TV, music, video games, etc., then I'm your guy. Thanks for watching. Until next time, I'm the Big D saying, see ya!